welcome back to Poly Reviews. Let's get this review going. Heart Eyes. So this film, it is directed by Josh Ruben, which, by the way, when I was doing my research with the director of this, because I wasn't very well known with that director, because I haven't really noticed that name before, I looked into Josh Ruben's history, and to my surprise, he is one of the people that was in College Humor. You know, I grew up watching College Humor, so I know about Josh Ruben, and I'm honestly so proud of him because he was a YouTuber that did skits for College Humor, but now he's a director and he made such a good slasher film, and that in itself is coming from the bottom to the top. Heart Eyes is about this serial killer that during Valentine's Day every year, this killer named Heart Eyes, which you guessed it, has a mask with heart eyes that sometimes, you know, light up red because love. And this killer kills couples. We meet, you know, Olivia Holt and Mason Gooden, and they technically are not a couple during this, you know, during this story. They talk and then, you know, they develop those feelings throughout everything that happens. I just gotta say that chemistry between Olivia Holt and Mason Gooden is so good because this film is not only a slasher film, but is a rom-com as well. Heart Eyes doesn't come into the picture after a while, and when he's not in the picture, you just get this romance of, you know, Mason Gooden and Olivia Hall developing those feelings, and you just get hooked into what they're doing. And not only that, but the comedic timing as well with this is something that's incredible, and you don't get to see much of that during these slasher films because some of these slasher films take their stuff so serious, and sometimes when they take it so serious it becomes really cringe and becomes awkward. But this film in itself, when you see Mason Gooden interacting with Olivia Holt and having these jokes, you feel not awkward about it. You feel, you know, that it's the right thing to see, and it's not taking itself so serious, and it's just a really, really good time, honestly. I want to give a shout out to Mason Gooden because he is in the Scream, you know, the new Scream franchise. He played his character very well, but in this film, you get to see how charming he is, how he has this movie presence that it's filled with so much hidden talent that we didn't get to see in the Scream franchise. I also enjoyed how this movie is technically like a holiday movie, and you know, last holiday movie that we got was Thanksgiving, and that also was pretty good in my opinion, honestly. And so we have Thanksgiving, we have Valentine's Day, you know, what they're gonna do next, I'm not too sure. The Easter Bunny, you know, April Fools, you know, Memorial Day, President's Day, the list goes on. Though I think they did something with election or president's thing, if I'm correct, but that was really bad. I think it's this one. The only thing that I gotta say that was kind of iffy, but I was kind of like, you know, kind of battling, was that you don't get that satisfaction of knowing why this is going on. It's a mystery that you're thinking, who is this killer? And that's a good thing, but then the answer to that was like, well, I have a lot more questions, and I don't really get that. I don't get that questions to be answered, and that in itself it sucks. Let's get this going. Heart Eyes. Do I recommend it? Of course I do. To all the slasher fans, early 2000s, early 90s babies, I recommend seeing this. It's such a good slasher film. You bring it back to those 90s and early 2000s. It just feels good, and nostalgia feels good. And not only that, but it's a good time just watching it. Score-wise, I gotta give it an 8.5 out of 10. Last thing I want to say before my outro, I enjoy that this movie is rated R because let's think about it. If it was PG-13, it wouldn't feel the same. The kills and the gore is what makes this movie really good on top of everything else that I said. The rated R factor in all this made this movie stand out a lot more because of the gore, because of the blood, because of this and that. So that's the last thing I wanted to say. So let's get this outro getting going. So what did you guys think about Heart Eyes? What is your favorite early 90s, early 2000s slasher films? Or what's your favorite holiday killer, slasher, horror film in general? Put your opinions in the comments down below. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like this video. I have been Polly. This has been Cinder Polly Reviews. That is all, guys. See ya.